you guys see my animals in the background or hear them, ignore them. So I recently found out that my beloved Monstera has thrips. So today we're going to just be basically cutting off all of the leaves, repotting her and treating her as best we can. So I'm going to take off all of the leaves that look damaged. This entire stem has damage. There are some new leaves coming in that I think are safe, but basically everything else on this plant has got to go because none of it is salvageable. So that's awesome. So glad that this is happening. It does look like there's thrips on this area right here where this new leaf is coming in, but so far this leaf looks fine, so I'm just going to keep it and hope that it's okay. This is what we're left with. We have one leaf right here that looks looks like it might have the beginning of thrips, so I'm just gonna, this is so sad for me. And then we have two new leaves coming in and a bunch of sticks. The important thing with thrips is to make sure you change out all of the soil, because this soil has the thrip eggs in it still, and I don't know what that is. And even though you've cut off all of the damaged leaves, those eggs will still come up and infect the plant over and over again. That's why it's so hard to get rid of thrips, because there's so many ways that they can continue to infect the plant, and it's just really hard to get rid of them in general. It's not even like there's something like a fungus gnat where you can kind of leave it and it's okay. Thrips, like, I had new leaves coming in, and they were just like, I don't know if you could see, look, they're like black, decaying, dying because of this damage that this plant was going through. So it's really important just to eradicate them all as quickly as you can. So now I'm going to dump out all of the old soil. Unfortunately, it's such a waste. I'm probably going to also get a new pot because it is smaller now, and just in case they're somehow in the pot, I don't want them doing this again, because I gave up on the last plant that had thrips. I just threw it away. But this plant I've had for a really long time, and I grew it since it was a baby. It was doing amazing, and I don't even know how it got thrips. It's the only plant that I have that's infected, so who knows, but we're getting rid of these. So I've got most of that soil off, but I want all of it off, and so if you have a hose, that would be preferred, but I'm just going to rinse the rest of it off in the sink and get it as bare root as possible. Unfortunately, this is a pretty big shock to the plant, but you would think thrips would be too. It's probably not going to grow for a while, but it'll hopefully survive. I mean, it's got plenty of roots here. They all seem really healthy, and especially for this little plant, I think it'll be okay. And I'm going to go rinse these and chop that little part off. I'll be right back. Alright, once you've got a nice chunk of noodle porn, we are actually going to clean out the old pot and use that one. I'm also going to take this time and spray off those roots with some insecticidal soap. I use the Captain Jack's Insecticidal Super Soap. It's already ready to use. You don't need to cut it with anything. So I'm just going to do that for the little bits that I wasn't able to get off of the roots, and hopefully it'll just help it overall. I'm also going to clean out that pot with some dish soap and warm water. So we're gonna just be using the same pot, but it won't be infected anymore. And if you've never used this stuff before, it stinks. Alright, while all that's drying, I'm just getting my soil ready. I'm going to be putting it back into some rosy soil because I know this isn't what gave it thrips. So this needs to soak for a couple minutes before I can put it into the plant. Put the plant into it. So we're just waiting for that to soak and let the pot dry a little bit more, and then we will pot her back up. I am honestly so grateful that this is the only second time I've had to deal with thrips, because this is a process. Usually I just deal with spider mites and fungus gnats, thankfully. No. I can't do anything alone. I'm spraying the soil with some Insecticidal Super Soap just in case. I'm also going to be adding a little bit of perlite just for some extra aeration for these roots, since they did go through so much trauma. Now this is the point in the process where I wish I could find my gardening gloves, but alas, I cannot. And let's hope nothing happens, because my hands will now be so dirty. Okay, after mixing that and trying to keep my animals away from it, it is now time to pot up. I'm really hoping this actually fixes what is wrong, because I don't know what I'm gonna do if I lose this plant. I'm gonna be so sad. I'm thinking with some TLC should be fine. Alright, so I used all of the soil. Thankfully I didn't make too much or too little. She's all repotted up. I'm gonna go wash my hands. She's got her grow light, everything she'll ever need right here. I'm gonna spray her one last time with some neem and some insecticidal soap. And then we will watch her and hopefully she does okay. Alright, now that she's all taken care of, I came back here and just say a quick thank you to you guys for watching. And if she does okay, I will keep you guys updated. If not, I'm going to have to do some more trial and error, unfortunately, to see what might be wrong. Like always, hit that like button and subscribe if you like the video. I come out with new planting videos every single Saturday. So, hope to see you next Saturday.